Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how to use the progress and ROI calculations template that I made for you. So there's a few instructions at the very beginning that tell you how to duplicate the tab if you need to add some new things. There's a template in here for making a new tab if you want to add additional books. The basics of how things work are we have a progress summary tab here, which is going to take all the things from the other sheets and add them up for you automatically. So you should never have to touch anything that's on this particular sheet. Let's go to book one. Now you can change this. Let's say I would call my book one would be Silver Bells. So you can change the name on the tab to be easy for you to remember which book you've called book one or two or three. You're going to need to fill in the page reads and the KENP earnings in dollars, the number of books sold, and the money earned from books sold. This is all in US dollars because that's what most of the Amazons default to. If you open up your KDP dashboard and then you open up your beta view of the dashboard, it will summarize all of this information for you at the end of each month. So let's say in April, they had 1,100 pages read. And let's say that made you $2.45. Then you can type that in. Maybe you sold 3 books for a total of, let's say, $9.22. And let's say that you spent on this book, you spent, let's say, $3 in AMS ads. Okay, so you can see that it will total the earnings for you, and it will also calculate the profit with or without the ads expense. And when we go back to the progress summary, it has filled that in. It's going to auto pull from all of the different sheets you have. If we had a book 2 and we added, let's say, some page reads and a random amount of money, maybe we sold 5 more books for $15, and maybe we didn't run ads on this. Maybe we're only running ads on book 1. So you can see you would have $19.86. And if we go back to the progress summary, it has added up all of those things to give us a total profit. Now, why is this important? It's because you want to see if you are actually moving forward in terms of each month. You want this profit number to be higher than the month before. So there are services like ReaderLinks and other things that will do this for you. But if you don't want to use a paid service and you just want a really basic description and a basic tool to show you what's going on, then you're welcome to use this one. Now, if you do decide to add a new book, let's say there's 6 books in your series, you're going to right click on the new tab template and you're going to duplicate it. Okay. And then you're going to call it book 6 or whatever title you want. We're going to move it to this spot. Now, the only thing is that your summary chart does not have book 6 included in it. So you're going to have to actually change the formulas a little bit if you're going to do that. So you can see here that this total page reads for April is summing up. So it's adding the B3 column and cell, the B3 cell for each of these books. It's adding the same. So what you have to do is you have to add your other missing one. So we are going to say the name of that one is currently book 3, and it has got B3 in it. Oh, we added book 6, so we're going to make this book 6. Okay. And then you'll have to do that same thing. You'll have to add it in all of these places. So what you want to do is you want to do your adding before you fill in everything, because as long as these are zeros, So don't do what I just did. Don't delete it from the summary page. You got to delete it from your source books if you're trying to get it to 0, because you don't want to delete the formulas out of the front. But if we go back to our progress summary, you can see that this now includes book 6. We can just drag this all the way down to the bottom and it will copy that appropriately. Okay, so if we're in here, you would need to add, let's see here, we're gonna copy this. We're gonna add book 6. Okay, and you can see it's C3 is the cell that we're talking about. And now we're gonna pull that all the way down, okay? Now I am gonna keep going because now that we've got 6 books in here, I'm just gonna leave it so that you have 6, and we're gonna finish out this little formula adventure here. And then you will be one step closer to not having to add any of your own. Until, of course, you write a bunch more books. Pull that down. I'm not the most elegant of spreadsheet users, but I can figure it out anyway, so hopefully it is helpful to you. Okay. And okay. So we should be good now. Book 6 should be pulling into the summary sheet. I'm just going to test it out by putting in a few things here to make sure. Yes, so you can see those numbers are appearing. Okay. Now, you can see if you're changing this, this is the template for everybody. So the first step when you come in actually wants to be duplicating this file. So you can go File, Make a Copy, and then it'll ask you what you want to call it. So we should call it Crystal's demo copy for this one. It's where are you going to save it? And you don't need to share it with anybody or copy the comments. You just need to duplicate it and say okay, and then you'll be able to work in your own version of this file and it won't be the template that you are editing. I think it's set up so that you shouldn't be able to edit it anyway, but just in case, that's what you want to do. So come in, duplicate it, add in however many books you need to add. When you change the book 2 to the name of your book, you can see on the summary sheet that it does that automatically. So if we change this back to book 2 or book 1, I suppose this one is, you can see it's going to automatically adjust the formula accordingly. So you don't have to worry about breaking things by renaming these tabs to be appropriate to your books. That is it. Good luck.